Hi, I am Vijayender, and today I am going to discuss with you one of the very important domain of your CV, that is your resume, which is called career objective statement. Yeah, statement for your resume. First, objective or philosophical statement. See, many of you, when you prepare your resume or CV, there are a couple of things which you have to write. And what I observed from most of the students is that they face some troubles in certain domains of their CV and career objective statement, because many things are to be written in these two lines. So students normally copy paste it from somewhere and write it without realizing that what they have written, do they really mean what they have written, or do they really know what they have written? And if somebody asks what is the meaning of these two statements, are they in position to speak out, or are they in position to justify what you have written? I'll say this career objective statement is one of the best opportunity with you to explain your expectations and to explain your idea about the job or career and organization, what you want from organization and what you can give organization. This is that statement, and everything should be written within two lines. Now, why this is challenging to write this statement, and why students face problem to write this statement? I believe because you have to write many things into only two sentences. The limitation is there. If you ask me, sir, can't we write 3 statement, 4 statement? This will lose the charm. No interviewer or recruiter is interested to read a paragraph of your statement. He's only interested that it should be written very simply, precise. It should be very concise and straight written, which shows your idea or your basically philosophy about the career. So to write many things into 2 sentences is a very challenging task. That is where I'm going to help you out. And second is, before you write career statement, you should be very clear what you are going to write. Do not copy paste. Do not take somebody's CV and just paste it. You will not be in position to justify that. So unless until you are very clear, you will not be in position to write it. Now let me tell you this career objective statements which I am going to discuss with you. I have freshers in my mind, those who are college going students, final year students, or those who have done job for 6 months, 1 year. They are looking for a new job shiftment. So I'll say younger guys, those who are actually going into jobs and they have just started their jobs, or they are looking for their first job. So I'm writing this for freshers, not for very experienced people, though the common technique or methodology is going to be same for even experienced people. Now let me tell you what you are to write in your statement. Once you write statement, what actually should be the components of that. Normally a student, when they write career objective statements on the CV, that is the first part of that, they tend to write what they expect from organization. That we want this from organization, we want career growth, we want challenging career, we want innovation, we want job enrichment. Actually that is also what you want, that is there, but you should also write what you have to offer organization, what you can give organization. You will say, sir, I am just joining, what can I give organization? You have certain things in you which you can give organization. As a recruiter, I am going to see that. Can't you give some kind of surety in your statement that once I join this organization, I'll always be a member of this organization, so I'm not going to quit, I'm not going to change my job. So that means you will maintain the job, you will maintain the consistency, you will stick to that organization. Can't you show that? Can't you show that I want challenging job, or I will use my potential, I will fully utilize my potential? That means whatever you have, your personality traits, strengths, your skills, what you want to give organization, that means what contribution you will have for organization, what you have to offer organization. I am very much interested into that. So second part, obviously what you want from organization. So what are your expectations from organization? So what you will contribute organization and what you expect from organization, both should be reflected in your career statement. I will tell you how it is done. Okay, it should have long-term perspective. You know what is the difference between job and career? Job is something which you do for salary, remuneration every month. You may not enjoy it, but career is something which is long-term perspective. You would like to retire from there. That becomes your identity. So you will basically, I'll say career. I want to lead a career in teaching. Job as a teacher, no, I have done jobs in many organizations. I have done job in IIT, I have done job in other organizations also. I have done job in, let's say, some coaching institute, but I'm a teacher actually. So teaching is my career. Job I have done, okay, I was assistant professor in this IIT from this year to this year, that is job. But once I left it, job is over. The career is teaching. This is how you need to understand the difference between job and career. And when you look for career, you basically look for, okay, as a teacher, why I want to enter into teaching? Because teaching is my passion, and I have great basically interest in getting knowledge and sharing knowledge. So you need to tell the recruiter why you want this career, and basically why you need to have long-term perspective. You need to reflect the long-term perspective into this. Anyhow, you need to reflect your vision for life and job. So what is your vision for this job? Every organization has a vision and mission statement. Similarly, every individual should also have vision and mission statement. And you know what is the best is, if your vision and mission matches with the vision and mission of the organization, that is the best. So organization is also quality consciousness, and quality consciousness is a part of your personality also. So you need to reflect your vision for life and vision for your job, that it should also be reflected. Your statement should not be very philosophical or idealistic. Why it cannot be very idealistic or philosophical? Because you have just started your career as a student, as a fresher. You cannot be very idealistic, you cannot be very philosophical. Whatever you are writing, ask yourself, will it be possible for you to do that or attain that? If answer is yes, go for it. But sometimes students write very hypothetical or big words, which you are not to write those words. You are to only write something which you think you can attain or you can do that. It should be very simple. Your career objective statement should be very simple. It should be written in a very short manner, straight manner, and concise manner. So straight, concise, precise, those statements which you can feel and somebody listen, understands, that is best. You see, you have written some statement which I am not in position to understand, or you are not in position to explain. What is the meaning of that statement? Don't do that. Don't write that. Okay, as I told you, this should be realistic, and it should look like freshers statement. The first, if I every day I see the CVs of the students, I'll tell you honestly, 95% of the statements, career objective statements on the CV look like copy paste only. When you see that, okay, everything is written, when I ask that, what was the meaning of this, you are not in position to justify. Don't do that. There's a wastage of your that statement. Okay, you should be in position to justify. As I told you, you should justify that, and you must feel it. If somebody asks you what you have written, you should be in position to say, sir, this is what I meant by this statement. I want a challenging career in innovation and creativity. So if you've written this, you should feel it. Challenging means what? So challenging means innovation and creation comes after lot of R&D. It comes after lot of knowledge. You cannot be innovative overnight. So there's a challenging, I need to read a lot, I need to work a lot. So I want that kind of challenging career. So you need to feel that, and you need to explain that. Anyhow, it should be simple, but it should have high impact. Certain statements are very simply written, and they have lot impact actually on somebody who listens these statements. And in fact, I'll put it this way, only simple things have a lot of impact. If you make things very complicated, this will lose the charm or lose the impact. So it should come directly from your understanding, from your heart, what you feel like, and it should be written in a simple words. Do not look for a dictionary words, very complicated words. They are not going to add to your basically career objective statement. It's not a vocabulary test. It is only simple words, meaningful word, explaining your concept. That is what you have to write. Okay, now last thing is, whenever you write career objective statement, you cannot write the same statement for all the jobs. You know, there are government jobs, there are private sector jobs, there are PSUs. Sometimes you are writing for ONGC, sometimes you are writing it for, let's say, engineering services exam, sometimes you are writing career objective statement for joining civil services. I mean, he may ask you why you want to join it. That is the same question. Now when you are applying for particular job, you need to see the organization. It can be private organization, and in private organization now it can be big company which has a big brand, which has a prestige associated with it. Why you want to join Tata's? Why you want to join, let's say, Reliance as industry? Why you want to join Infosys? So if some company has a big brand like General Electrical is there, or any company in your domain, so if a big company is there, you want to get associated with that company for different reason. If the company is new, but it is a quite growing company. I mean, the domain in which it is working is quite growing domain. So you are joining that company for particular domain. Suppose it is a company related to R&D, research and development, that maybe you are personally interested into that. Suppose the profile which you are going to join, so depending upon the company you are going to join and depending upon what profile that company is going to offer you, if you know that, you have to basically mention about that particular profile also. Suppose you know that your profile is to increase the productivity of the company or to bring business to the company. Let's say you are working in Byju's and you are to do a job in which you are to sell this much product. You have to sell 10 lakh rupees of product in 1 month. So productivity or selling or bringing business is your motto. So you need to write career objective statements from that perspective. Suppose you join some R&D organization where innovativeness, creativity is something which is required. So you need to write your career objective statement from that perspective. If you are joining a company which is quality conscious and your job is to enhance the quality, because quality is going to bring the business. Sometimes quality brings business, like Sony, all the products of Sony. Sometimes marketing brings the business. I just gave you example, Samsung is there, Airtel is into that. So which company you are going to join, what profile you are going to join, you need to write your career objective statement from that perspective. Do not write same statement for all the companies. So I'm going to give you some words which you are to put in your career objective statements, and statements related to those words also I'm going to discuss. But before that, let me summarize what we have discussed. So far I have only told you that whenever you write a career objective statement, it should be very simply written. It should be written from the perspective of the company you want to join or the profile you are going to get. It should be written in such a way that it should look like a fresher's statement. It should be one or two sentences, one sentence very good, one or two sentence, 2 lines statement, not more than that. It should be written as per the company or the profile you are going to get. This is what the another requirement is. Different companies, you have to see from that perspective. It should reflect the overall vision of company also and your vision also. That is how it is to be there. Now how you have to write that, what words you have to focus on that, and some typical statements that I'm going to give it to you. Just note it down. Okay, so let me now discuss with you some words which you must utilize or use in writing your career objective statement. See, I'm not saying these are the complete list or you cannot use words from outside, but I'll just give you some examples. When you write your career objective statements, certain words you can incorporate which give some meaning to what you want to say, what you want to write. Statements I'll just frame out of these words. So these are the bricks which you have to put and create a building. That is a statement for your career objective. Now every word has a meaning. Like let me discuss growth orientation. So when you join a job, what do you see? You see job security or you see growth orientation, because in the job, no, it is very important for us to see the growth in terms of our knowledge or in terms of promotion or salary enhancement. That orientation you have in your mind, that I want growth, I want progress in my career. So I'm looking for a organization or I'm looking for a job or a career which has a growth orientation in terms of knowledge, attainment of knowledge, skill development. So that the moment you say growth orientation, you can frame a statement around this word. Okay, sir, I have a need for growth, growth in terms of my knowledge, in terms of my let's say salary, in terms of my skill, in terms of my understanding or skill. So everything, I mean, growth orientation is a behavior. Similarly, satisfaction, contentment. You see, job satisfaction is a very big word. It is not a small word. You do not get job satisfaction so easily. So when you want job satisfaction, that means you want everything. So you are looking for in your career a job satisfaction in terms of, you can add it later on. So job satisfaction or contentment. You should have a contentment. So person who is going to join a job, he should be contented. He should not be a person who is seeking for something new every day. So if you're that kind of person, you can use these words. Asset, valuable member of organization. I want to I want to become a asset for the organization or a valuable member of the organization by fully utilizing my skills, knowledge and potential. So the moment you write asset, a valuable member, what you're trying to tell organization is, I want to become a asset for organization, not a liability on that. Obviously we are not going to write negative things, we are going to write positive things. Sir, I want to become the asset for organization or a valuable member of this organization. So how you are going to write that is, you think of this word, whatever word defines you, whatever word defines your organization, you choose that word and start framing statement around that. Explore true potential, utilization my skill and my potential. Sir, I want to join the organization where I get the environment or ecosystem in which I'm in position to explore my true potential or my skills or my knowledge. So suppose you think that you have a capability or a potential and you want to give your 100% to organization, then you should get opportunity, but you want that it should be given. You should be in position to explore your potential, 100% potential. As I told you that when you join an organization, this depends upon the organization also which you are going to join, and you are going to write your career objective statement as per that particular organization. So if you are joining government job, what comes to mind for public sector government jobs, you will say, sir, I want job satisfaction, I want growth orientation, I want contentment in my work, whatever I'm doing, I want to become valuable asset, valuable member, asset for the organization. If you're trying to join a private sector job where growth is as per your effort, so you say, I am going to explore my true potential, utilize all my skill over there. Okay, continuous enhancement in terms of worth. I'm looking forward to join work organization where I get continuous enhancement in my career and I grow in my career in terms of my worth, knowledge and skills. So worth is something which you acquire with passage of time. So the moment you join some organization, you may not be very valuable member, you do not have knowledge, you do not have asset, you do not have skill. So the moment you acquire skill, you become knowledgeable. And you must have heard that when I shifted this job, I went to another job, then that company offered me very high salary. Why the company is going to offer you high salary? Because you have acquired some knowledge, your worth has increased. So you want to enhance your worth by joining organization, by learning in that organization, by giving your 100%. So sir, I want to join the organization where by giving my 100% or by utilizing my 100% potential, I grow in my worth with passage of time. So very simply said statement. Okay, purposeful and meaningful career. You see, you should not do job for the sake of salary, that every month you are going to get salary or you are going to do this job. At the end you are going to ask, what I'm doing, am I leading a purposeful life? So as a teacher, let us say, what is the meaning of leading a purposeful or meaningful career? I left engineering services and I left suppose some job and I am working as a teacher. Why you left organizations like DRDO or engineering services and you are working as a teacher now? So I will say the purpose why I left this was because I see the purposeful or meaningful career in a teaching, because the moment I teach somebody and he becomes he gets selected into some good company or his career, he's happy with his career. So as a teacher I feel that I have made career for him, I have contributed into him, I have taught him, I have made him knowledgeable. So that purpose I can see. So whatever company you want to join, whatever organization you want to join, you need to have purposeful career, meaningful career. You should have some meaning into that. Okay, this is the reason why I'm into that. If you can feel that way, it is very good. Purposeful, meaningful. Typically for public sector or government sector companies or even private sector, you can use this. Okay, cherish. Cherish means enjoy. Internal happiness. I want to lead a career in which I cherish whatever I'm doing. I cherish my goal, my objectives, something like that. So cherish is something which you enjoy while you're doing. Challenging, rewarding. Two words: challenging. Obviously you have to put effort. There should be, every day there should be challenge, not a routine work. I can't enjoy that routine work. I don't want. I want a challenging career. Every day or every after every some time period, I get a new task where I am to put my brain, I am to put my effort, and I get something out of that. And obviously when I do that, I get rewarding career. If you put more effort, you get reward in terms of promotion or salary. That is what your need is. Okay, you want a dynamic career, not a static career. You want a dynamic career, so that word you can utilize. Exceed the limits. Every limit, human being has actually no limits, so you want to exceed whatever limit you think you have. That is by giving your 100% you can do. That is what you want. Synchronize and synergy, very important words. Synchronize means whatever goal you have and whatever organizational goals are there, you want to basically put them together. Synchronize, or you want to basically synergistically, you want to have a synergy. Synergy means together. So your goal and organizational goals are same. If that is the case, you are going to put effort in right direction, and in the process you are going to grow, organization is also going to grow. So I will fulfill my personal goals by synchronizing them with the organizational goal, something like that. Fulfillment, attainment. This is what I want to do. I want to join organization. I look forward to join the organization where my personal goals are fulfilled, or I attain the highest level of worth, I attain the level of knowledge where I become the asset for organization. Now, as I told you, the bricks are, these are the bricks. You need to add the bricks and make a building. Every student should make a new statement. Every student should understand the meaning of these words. Think of what they want. Think of which organization they are going to appear. Tomorrow, which company comes, what I'm going to write for that company. And also, when you write a career objective statement for some particular company, you should also see the profile of that company. You go to the website of that company. Every company has a vision or mission statement, what they want, what is their objective. You see that and try to fit into that, try to adapt yourself into that. Similarly, other words, analyze and improve. I want to analyze my strengths and improve with passage of time, so that I become valuable member of the organization. Now, since you have learned some words, if you put these words, you start getting some statements. Okay, I want to join organization which has a local approach, global perspective, international, global, local, regional. These words are also important. Sometime a company comes which is a small company only, but it has the it is working on the idea which has global outreach. So a local concept, local approach, global outlook, these words can be added. Okay, aspirations and goals. So I want to join one company where my aspirations and goals are truly matched with the goals of the organization or objectives of the organization, something like that. Okay, orientation and skill development. These are the words. Orientation, company ka kya, what is your orientation? I want to have this orientation, quality orientation or productivity orientation. I want to join the organization where I get job satisfaction and I lead a purposeful career by having quality orientation. So orientation means inclination. What inclination do you have? Skill development, obviously you are growing in knowledge, so knowledge development, skill development, increasing your worth, these things are related. Environment and ecosystem. I want to join the organization where the ecosystem or environment is highly rewarding and challenging. Environment, ecosystem, very important words. Kiska? Organization. So environment and organization offered by the organization. Environment or ecosystem offered by organization is something which is conducive to you. And also there's a word you can add somewhere, adaptable. Adaptable means you adapt to the new situations. I want to join the organization which offers the challenging ecosystem, and I become the asset for the organization by adapting to such ecosystem, something like that. You can create. Productivity, as I told you, you may join some organization where productivity is required, or that is the organization. Innovative, creative. R&D organization, innovative, creative things. R&D organization, look for some employees who have that particular inclination, creativity, innovativeness, something like that. Okay, so human resource we were discussing. Now human resource, you see, organization has many resource. Normally they are divided into some categories, and man, material, money. These are some of the categories. Man is the human resource, most precious resource, and human resource is a resource which can create all other resources. It can create capital, it can create material, it can create machine. Sort of man, machine, money, material. Man is the most precious resource, and you want to become that precious resource. So you can use this word somewhere by writing that I want to become the precious human resource of the organization which I want to join, and contribute in the fulfillment of organizational objective or goal, something like that. So human resource, you want to become valuable asset, worthy fellow, worthy member of the organization by increasing your capability as a human resource. Fulfillment, attainment, we have already discussed. Fulfillment or attainment of your career objective, that is how you have to write. Now see, these all words which I've given you, as I told you in the beginning, they are not a complete list in itself. There can be any other word also, but you start using some words like that. And now since you have understood that, you have to find the word and then write the statement, because you cannot create a building without getting the bricks. So you need to have bricks. These are those words are basically going to serve as a brick for you to make a statement. One or two line statement you have to make, which express entire your philosophy and objective. So those words should be chosen very cautiously. You have to choose those words in such a way that it explain what you want, and these words will help you to at least think in that particular direction. Now using these words, I have tried to make some kind of objective statements. This will be projected on your screen, but since I have made these statements for you now, you understand, don't copy paste these statements, because this statement will be used by all of you now. So you try to use these words and make the statement for you. Let me read some statements, career objective statements, which I liked. Like, to pursue a growth oriented and purposeful career where I contribute in the growth of organization and aspire for continuous learning. Aspire to become an asset for the organization and a valuable member in terms of knowledge and human values. Prove my capability and explore full potential as a technocrat by giving my 100% in whatever activity is assigned to me. To synchronize my personal goals with the organizational goals and to endeavor for the fulfillment of both. Endeavor is to aspire, to put effort in that particular direction. Aspire to become a best employee, team member, colleague and responsible worker of the organization. To prove my worth as technocrat by learning and innovating for the fulfillment of organizational goal. To work diligently for the attainment of organizational vision and mission by following ethical and behavioral code of conduct of the organization. So if you use these words like ethical and behavioral codes of conduct of organization, then at least you should be very clear what these words are, because interviewer is going to ask you the meaning of these particular words which you are using. Try to learn, acquire, innovate and implement within the organizational ecosystem for fulfillment of its goal. Something like this. To become dedicated, disciplined and sincere member of working team and work diligently for any task assigned to me. Aspire to become valuable human resource for the organization. To adapt in the ecosystem of organization for synchronization of personal and professional life for maximum professional output. To acquire professional outlook and attitude for becoming responsible and trustworthy member of organization. Be the best employee, team member, colleague and boss. To participate as a team member in a dynamic work environment focused on promoting business growth by providing superior value and service. To become asset for any organization and retire from it after leading a purposeful career. Seeking long-term employment in knowledge-enhancing industry. Now see, after reading these statements, career objective statements, let me tell you, these statements are to be made by tailor-made for the organization for which you are going to appear for interview, using some words like that. Suppose some organization has come to you, so you want to make a statement. Choose the words cautiously and make sentence out of that. You can say, sir, I want to lead a purposeful and meaningful career in the challenging ecosystem of the organization where my potential is fully utilized, something like that. Or you can say, see, I want to analyze and improve, I want to analyze my efforts or strengths and improve upon them with passage of time. I want to lead a career which is challenging career, having local approach but global outlook or global outreach, something like that. I want to fulfill my aspirations and goals by fulfilling the aspirations and goals of the objective, something like that. I want to become valuable member of the organization by leading a purposeful or meaningful career by adapting into the challenging ecosystem of the organization. I want to prove worth as human resource and lead purposeful career through innovation and creativity if the organization is R&D organization. I want to attain maximum worth by exceeding my limits of human effort and utilize my true potential, something like that. So as I told you, if you have words, then you need to put words, make a right statement. Believe me, it is going to take only 5 minutes, not more than that. But once you have done that, just seize it and you can use that particular statement for you. I hope this particular thing has helped you, and it will help you to write the first statement in your CV. I have uploaded one video also on how to make CV, what kind of heads are there. So this was the detailed explanation of that career objective statement only. I hope it has helped you. Thank you.